Rule number 7 is make a promise to a loved one. This is your mission purpose. Now listen, this is the most important rule, and here's why. You need to understand something about human beings. We are far more willing to do things for others than we are for ourselves. Now, despite all of our flaws, this is something undeniably beautiful that lives inside of us, and you can actually leverage that biological hardwiring to win at life. This, plus committing to a physical event, will ensure that you stay consistent no matter what during this period. Now, let me tell you a story. If you know anything about my background, you know that I grew up with a single mom. Listen, unfortunately, it's a very common story these days. My biological father was an alcoholic, and my grandparents raised me until I was 4 years old because my mom was young. She had me when she was 23. She was working 3 jobs to support us. And eventually, my mom met my stepdad. They dated for a couple years. He proposed. They got married, things were amazing until I was 11 years old and he cut us off financially. And very shortly thereafter, my mom basically went back to the same position she was in before, working day-to-day normal jobs. Now, she always kept a brave face, but I could tell the financial burden was weighing heavy on her. Now, it's one thing to suffer yourself. I don't mind suffering at all. Give it all to me. I love it. But seeing a loved one suffer, for me, that breaks my heart. So I promised her something. I said, I'm gonna get us out of this situation no matter what. I'm gonna become wealthy or I'm going to die in the process. And now she lives in a $4 million house, bought cash with a Range Rover parked in front of it. And it's funny, a few months back, I literally texted her. I was like, hey mom, you remember 10 years ago when I told you I will buy you your dream house and there will be a Range Rover parked in front of it? And 10 years later, that is exactly what happened. Now, why am I telling you all of this? Because my story growing up is very common, okay? We all go through financial struggles. Now I wanna make it very clear, I wasn't eating out of trash cans and I definitely wasn't homeless. But just seeing my mom wake up every single day and have the stress of how she was gonna provide for the both of us, that was enough to light a fire under my ass, because you need to understand that as human beings, we are far more willing to do things for others than ourselves, and you can leverage that. I looked so crazy at the age of 14 telling my mom, listen mom, don't worry, I'm gonna buy you your dream house. There's gonna be a Range Rover parked in front of it. You're gonna have this, you're gonna have that, you're gonna have anything your heart desires. And to be honest, she probably didn't believe me. Listen, I love my mom to bits, but did she really think I was gonna be able to buy her a multi-million-dollar house at the age that I did? No, probably not. But it didn't matter to me. Just making that promise to her was enough. I made a promise to her and I wasn't gonna let her down. So make a promise to your loved one, whether that's your mom, your dad, your siblings, your future kids, whoever it is that you would fight harder for than you would fight for yourself. And by the way, they may not believe you. That's okay, but you will believe you. And that promise will carry you through the hardest days of this process. When you want to quit, when you want to give up, when it feels impossible, you will remember that promise and you will keep going, because this isn't just about you anymore. It is about them. And that changes everything.